That's connected live. Says I'm live here. Let me go to here. Go live. Hold on a second. Okay, let's go here. Custom. Guest. Okay. Is this working? It should be, use persistent screens and create. Refresh. Come on. There. Video source. Post details. Custom. Done. Description. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go live here. That's there. We'll go back to YouTube. YouTube should be live. Let's refresh this. Let's go to here. Let's go to YouTube Studios.
What's that? About that.
It should be right here. Great. So, analytics is where I want to be. One view. Live. Let's see if this is working. Oh, and it looks like it's working. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, I think that's working. Let me test this. Okay, see if that works. If that works, okay. Let's go to here. My channel. Okay, there we go. Fiber watching. Okay. All right. So, folks that are on YouTube, you should be able to post your comments, and I should be able to bring them up on screen like that. And we can ask my guest today. You're going to see here in a few minutes. Questions, and you can ask us both questions. And we're just kind of testing out this new little guest setup thing. And Beardworks says audio works. Thank you. I can respond to you so you know I listen to you, which makes it really nice. I can hear you, Mark. And I'm going to switch over now to Mark. I'm going to switch over so you'll be on screen here in a second. Let's go like this. We're going to put on some stuff here. There we go. And so, hey, welcome to the Docfire live show. For people on Facebook, which I think it's live on Facebook, I have to go check here real quick. I gotta go up here and look. It looks like it is. I gotta see the comments real quick. We only have one viewer right now on Facebook, which is fine. But Mark, you can hear everything fine?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. And you can talk. You should be able. Everyone should be able to hear it. Jake, if you can hear Mark on YouTube, let us know. Oh, audio sounds choppy, says Jake. And I'm trying to see if there's any issues with the streaming. Let's see, YouTube, RTM, real time.
I think you can hear Mark.
Mark, I can hear your audio in the background. It's coming back through.
I just turned it off.
Okay. Jake says it's a little choppy. So
Yeah.
we'll just see if what's that?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's weird. So you could hear Mark fine there, Jake? He says he could hear Mark. Is Mark choppy? That's the question. We're trying to figure this all out. And Mark's kind of the first guest. I'm sure if we do this more often, I'm sure he'll be here a little bit more. If we get it all figured out, I may have to change my internet. Hope I don't. Or do like a bonded connection. But it should be fine on that. So I'm trying to see, go back over to YouTube, check out this thing. So I have choppy audio, which is really weird. And it's only, let's see, settings, 720. So it's not super high resolution right now. I think so, Mark. Mark, sing a song, he says. Jake says, Mark, sing us here. I'll show you. You can look on screen right now. I think you want to be looking, Mark, at your phone screen as what's going on.
I can only see. I can't see any of the chat.
You can't see any of the chat. You can't see that what I just posted, or is it just too small?
Too small.
Okay. So this is where it'd probably be better on a. It'd probably be better on a whatchamacallit. So look at that logo's right in my head. I think I'll take that off. So if I go to
You're
chat
saying
here.
probably better. I wonder how this would work on PC.
It would probably work better on PC, I think. That's why I wanted to test this thing, see how it's going to work. I don't know how many people are in. Let me look at what do we have. People are in on. Oh, you can never tell when I'm in this setup. Let's look at Facebook here. Facebook. Mean Gene, hey Mean Gene on Facebook. Mean Gene, I can't put your post up. We're working on and doing a guest invite and trying to get that set up. But also just throw some cool things on the table here. I got to kind of cover certain stuff up. That's on YouTube, and sometimes YouTube gets a little weird. So let's put a tool in front of it. We'll put this this gold gun. This is actually a customer's gun that it's a customer of both myself and Mark. Out of Florida. His name's Louis.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, this is Louis.
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, that's right. He has a business in Florida.
Louisiana Louis.
That's right. He says both audios seem choppy. I wonder what's going on there. Or why that's like that. Let's see if I can see if there's anything. If I can do the. Gotta cancel. Hit right. Cancel. I don't know how to change the bit rate while it's going along here. Classic mode. Is it, yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe this might just be just the first little try on this. And I really got Mark was getting ready to go to a social event, and I conned him not going to the social event and to try this out. So I may have wasted his night by trying to figure this out, because you got to you got to try it out, and if you don't try it out, it doesn't work. Oh, so Bearded says that's nice. Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna put this over this thing. Yeah, so I don't know I'm gonna have to go back and I can watch this live feed and listen to the audio chopping, try to find some resolutions. If not, I'll probably return this thing. I don't know if I can show. Let me see if I can show you guys my setup here. It's going to be a different little setup. Let me go NDI, turn that on. We're going to turn that around like that. We're going to go to turn NDI on. Hold on, I'm going to throw a camera up here. We're going to throw an NDI source up. Beep, pop, pop. It could be because my wife is watching television right now. All right, so you guys are going to be able to see what I see. So I'm going to put this up here. The audio should continue to go through. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. This is a Yolbox Extreme. It's and there's my camera. There's all the wires. The old laptop here, Stream Deck. This is the kind of my little workstation, so everyone can see here. But it's a Yolbox Extreme, so I can choose between different setups here. So I have a little split screen. I could switch it. I'm going to go to switch that, and the NDI is off. And there's Mark. So I don't know if the audio is still choppy. Let me go look at. Let's look at this. Gene says you guys have a good night. Good night, Gene. And I don't know who else is viewing. It's kind of late for this. I'm going to turn this off. Turn that off. Close that. I don't know if the audio is choppy here. I'm gonna see if I can look at it on my phone.
If nobody else gets in, I should try and do this off my computer.
You can. What we can do is, let me see how to, if you want to try, Mark. Let me see how I think you're going to disconnect and then you're going to reconnect. So you want on your phone, you want to disconnect.
Yeah.
And while you go do that, then use the link on your computer to reconnect into like a Google Chrome browser.
All right. If I have any issues, I'll call you. I'm leaving out.
Yeah, yeah. So on your phone, you want to disconnect. And while you go do that, okay, so I'm listening to the audio right now. Yeah, it is choppy audio. I don't know why that is. All right. Right, so that, we'll go back to this little screen here, and I'll bring Jake in here in a second. I'll bring whoever else. I don't know how many people are viewing. Let's see if I can view it on here. So go here. I think I go to YouTube Studios. I think I go to Content. Live. This. I think I want to look at analytics. There we go. 17 views. No, reach. No, I don't want that. Details. I think I go here. Reach, copyright clip settings. Details. I don't know how many people are in here. So give us a little bit. Now the interesting thing is I can invite a lot of people in. And I may have to re-invite Mark in. I could send him another link. Select payless. If I go here, oh, this is where I want to be, I think. I don't know how many people it shows is in. Yeah, anyway, so I don't know how many people are in. I know that, yeah. So let's see, worked on this, customer guys, wait for Mark to get back in and he may call me. This is an interesting one. This is a Riano. We did it in a bronze gold and CG3. And this gun came in and the customer uses the heck out of this thing. And it was having a couple of issues. It has a 3 O-ring mounted bolt. And we put the 90 hydrometer O-ring on the tip O-ring, which really helps things out a lot. Actually, I want to kind of listen to see if I can listen to myself. And it was having a couple of issues. It has a 3 it's really choppy. This audio is really choppy. Yeah, so, and I think he was having issues with it not wanting to cycle right because that front O-ring was expanding out, and when the bolt comes back it wants to catch. So you put a 90 hydrometer on there and it fixes the issue. So I just kind of went through it just slightly. There's some things that the customer tried to fix some things on his own, and he put the bevel disc in the wrong order. Which doesn't hurt anything, but we fixed that. And I'm not calling the customer out, but the ShockTech regs are they are essentially a CP reg that CP makes for them, CP internals. If you go to the CP website, download their manual for their Gen 3 regs. It's exactly the same for this, and you would follow the disc stacking, which is every disc is opposed to each other. So they're all cupped, you know, out like that or cupped like that. So looks like I got this. Yeah, you can ask questions about other guns. Game for anything. So I'm going to see if I can get Mark back in here. And I'm going to try to keep up with this, make sure I see everything. Let's see, like that. Yeah, you sure can. You can ask questions, and we're working on why it's choppy. We don't know why the audio is choppy. I could be over modulating, which could be the thing. Let me see if I can fix that just a little bit. I could be over modulating just a little bit, and that could be some of the issue because I'm right up into the yellow line of modulation. And I don't think I need a delay because that's all coming through that. But let me go back to the question thing. No, none of that's inappropriate. You can talk about any autococker you want, and we will give you our feelings on things. And both Mark and I are very opinionated and not always in the same direction. And I'm going to see if, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to see if I can invite guests. I'm going to put Mark. There it is right there. Send. I sent him another email. Message him. Okay. Mark. Log in link. Look at send you another login link. So there he has that. Actually, I have a Nova gun around here somewhere. Let me go back to the comments. Okay. So he asks, I played this last weekend and noticed my Sentinel 3-way valve wiggles. Shoot great all day. I did need to tighten that. or leave it on. I recommend that you tighten it. And let me hold on. Let me grab the parts out here. So here we are. Let's pull this guy off to the side. We'll wait for Mark to get back in. See if he has come back in yet. And I'm going to zoom in. So here's the valve, right? And what happens is, I gotta make sure I'm not losing parts in this. What happens is these two little set screws, one on the top and one on the bottom, they don't have any Loctite on them. And they should, in theory, be Loctite. You want to be careful when if you take this off. There's a little pin. Let me get it out. It's right in here, and you'll see it. There's a. Bring it up in here. Little pin right there. You don't want to lose. If I can pull it out with a grenade or no pliers. Really thin actuating pin. Oh, so I see Mark is back. So let me add him to the thing. I'm not going to add him to that thing yet. I'm going to add him to. So hold on. Let me do some editing real quick, and we'll get Mark back in here. Edit. We're going to reselect range. I want me and Mark. Done. And done. Mark's really blurry there. And I'm going to delete that one. Done. And I'm going to edit this one. Edit. I'm going to add Mark. Done. We're going to crop this. Hey, Mark, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Do you have your mic? I may need to unmute you, so hold on a second. You're really blurry. I don't know what he's doing there. So hold on a second. We're definitely testing stuff. So hold on. Save that. Okay, Mark. We're going to get to that question here in a second. I need to add Mark's audio in here. Hold on. There. Okay. Mark, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, Mark.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, I'm gonna add yours. Talk again there, Mark.
What would you like me to say?
Oh, there we go. I got your audio up a little bit. All right. So do you see the screen? Do you see your face in the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So want me to kind of trying to get you lined up. There we go. So we have a customer, not a customer, but let me go back to the questions and answers. So this is the question and answer. I'm going to put it up on the screen, Mark. So I played this last weekend with my Nova Sentinel 3-way wiggles. The marker shot great all day. So do I need to tighten that or leave it alone? I would tighten it. What happens is this is the little boss that goes into your, I'm kind of oriented correctly, that this screws into your 3-way, and then it slips in here in this groove here are where these two set screws hold. And how this works, it's got a plunger that goes in there and pushes that disc down there, and then it pushes the disc, which changes some valving in here, and then it seals the back hole. And if this is moving in and out like this, then that position is always going to change. So what I would do is push it back, have these screws loose, push it back, and just tighten these two screws down. And then you want to get yourself some Vibratite brand, but the 111. not the 122. I would have both of these in your kit. But one is low strength, it's purple. I have a bottle here. It's purple color, and I would just take one screw out, put a little Loctite on, just a small little dab, screw it back in, and then just snug it down. You don't have to crank it down; just to be snug and just enough where they bite. Then they should come loose on you. But that's what I would do, and that would fix that wiggling back forward, because technically you'd be taking yourself out of time, because it's gonna always be at a different position. I can reposition some of this camera stuff, Mark. You just get comfortable, and I'll reposition you here.
Okay, I'm comfortable.
Okay, so let me crop you again. I don't know why your camera is so blurry.
Well, I don't know how to open up the control thing for the actual camera. Probably because I'm sitting too close. I don't know. Or I'm not far enough. If I get closer, then it's better.
That is weird. Yeah, I don't know. Is that the camera on your? Is that 360 camera?
Yeah.
Interesting. Hold on. Let me reset that. Free. We're gonna bring this in like this. We're gonna save that. We're gonna go like this. Yeah, I don't know why it's why that's such a blurry. I don't know. Is there like the fingerprints on the thing?
No, it's super clean. It gets clearer if I get closer, right?
Yeah, maybe it's we can practice with this offline a little bit too, getting your camera set up so it works well with this. But let me save that. There we go. So you don't look bad there. Yep, it's not the Loctite brand. It's the Vitatite brand. So you can find it on Amazon. And I'm gonna zoom in here. Vibratite, and it's gonna look just like this bottle. You can get it in smaller bottles too, but you look for the numbers 111, and it's purple. I can actually probably find it here for you. We go like this. Slam is on. Damn it. 111. Here it is right here. And I'm going to share my web page here. So here you go. Turn that off. So you don't need it in 50 milliliters. You can get this 10 milliliters, which is a smaller bottle, for $11. There we go. There's a good screenshot of it. And shopping. I gotta try. I hate that. This Microsoft Shopping. I hate that thing. You can find it cheaper somewhere else. Stop scanning me. So anyway, let's go back. So yeah, so that's that question. On a side note, okay, here we go. Here's another question for us, Mark. Custa Bubinator, I guess that's how you say that. On a side note, another player has a Sentinel that they put a Trilly grip frame on it for some reason. They shoots faster. I don't know. You know, it's maybe I mean, it's when you start comboing parts. Mark, what do you think about that? The guy's got a Sentinel, and his buddy's got a Sentinel autococker, and he swapped the hinge frame that's on it and put a Trilogy hinge frame on it. You know, the ones that are kind of like a single finger, two finger hinge. And the guy says it shoots faster.
Well, it may or may not shoot faster. That's more dependent on him, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the frame it comes with, but if he was able to make that work, then that's kind of the beauty of the autococker, right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
I agree with
have
you.
at it.
I agree with you. I think that is kind of one of the things is with the autococker issue is, that's one of the fun parts is mixing and matching and finding parts that um, a lot of times you find parts that just perform worse, and then you may find that combination that works really well. And if it works good and the person's happy, that's all that really matters in my book. But
Yeah.
I've seen, I don't know, Mark and I've seen our fair share of pretty poor, pretty poor builds where customers buy what they think are all the best parts, but they don't. None of them really match. So I've had that issue with stuff. So let's see. I'm trying to see. I don't know if our audio is still moving there. Can you give us a clue on if our audio still sounds choppy? Which it may still. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I have my streaming resolution. I'm just looking at different things here on real time. 29. Okay, I see that. Birdwork says it's still choppy. I did kind of listen to it, Birdwork. It does kind of sound, it does definitely sound choppy. It's just that it's, so I got to figure that one out. It could be.
Why?
It's, I listened to it, Mark, and it's just sounds like someone's putting like a ticking sound in our voice when we talk. It's still, you can understand it. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I got to figure that
out. I'm trying to download the camera controller onto my computer right now.
Oh, gotcha. See if that helps out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you had it on the computer, so it's a different computer.
Different computer.
Gotcha. Well, that will do it every time.
Well, when we do it in the future, I'll just grab my laptop and we'll do this on the laptop.
Yeah, it'd probably be easier for you.
I don't have Chrome on my laptop, so.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing, Mark, are you listening to me on your speakers from your computer, like just desktop speakers?
Yes.
Okay. I have you in an earpiece, and so which I found it works really good but I don't hear it's not reverbing back, so that's good. That's a good sign on that. On your end, I don't hear me talking. And on Facebook we have, I don't know how many viewers we have, not many. And I think, Mark, what I may do is we have 0 viewers. I'm going to end the Facebook live feed. I'm just end that one. We don't have anyone on there.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, look at that.
What?
I changed my camera.
What you do? Oh yeah.
Well, now I'm not so big in it.
Oh, here I can fix that for here. I can get you all set up. Oh, wow, you're looking a lot better.
Yes.
Turn blooper. Owen Reese says still choppy needs anti-shamble. Right. Yeah, it totally does. Totally does. So I don't know. I don't know. That's do you have a focus thing on your camera? A focus setting? Because it was like focused really close, like autofocus.
I don't know where that is at.
I don't either.
Am I still in this thing?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It's on the split view.
It's just you and me now, right?
We're still on. I basically took it off Facebook. And that could be the audio screw up. Is I'm simulcasting, I'm live streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Right. So let me do this. Let me just get rid of this camera.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Spin this around. Put this back the way it was. Right, now, let me go get my laptop. Let me get out of this.
All right.
I'm going to go get my laptop because that's probably the answer to this.
That could be. Let Mark come back. I'm going to go back to the downshot screen here. And let's see. I don't know. Let's see. New live comments. And I can list it on my thing here. I killed the Facebook. Go over here. I'm going to turn that, delete. That should be off. Okay, that one's off. All right. And I want to listen to this on my YouTube channel. Let's see if I can listen to myself. Turn that to delete. Yeah, it's still scratchy. Should be off. Yeah, so we got to figure that out. And it could just be my internet connection. So let's go back to comments. So what else do we have? We have this gun. Let's put this one up here. This one's kind of neat. This is a build we're working on. Let me zoom out here. And I think we'll wait for Mark to get back here. This has got, you just screwed this guy on right here. This is not the right, this is the customer's right, but see what it looks like with it. Looks like she's pretty good with that CP ray gun. It's perfect fit. This is the Mozak frame. That is the integrated VASA. This is what's going to come on the guy's twister builds. And so this is one of the Mozak integrated VASA. Kind of nice setup. I kind of like it. I can get the light a little bit better here. It always looks kind of crappy. Oh, here. Let's go with this. I haven't put anything in there. I just put this on the body. There's things I like about this frame, and there's things I don't necessarily like about it, and it doesn't really matter too much. I like captive screws. Let me go in here. I can see that here. I need to get a little better lighting. It's got a captive screw, kind of like CCM frames. And although I do like those, they make a cleaner look. I don't like because sometimes in this frame it's fine because it has the screw hole and everything. You frankly don't even need the front screw. You could just get away with putting the back one in and this front one, and you'd have more than enough. It'd be actually kind of nice to see him ditch this front one completely. For these frames, you don't need this one because it's being held up here, nice and tight. It'd be kind of cool. So Mozak, if you do watch this, or I don't think he does, but if you did, I would ditch the front frame screw on these integrated ones. Oh, let's see this. Let's see, we're going to get rid of that one, done with that. Yeah, that. Let's go over here, sorry. And I don't know how many people we still have in there. I wish that showed how many people were online here, but it doesn't. Let's go over here. I know there's a way to see. Top chat. Studio. Analytics. No. Content. Content. Come on, content. Live. Public. Oh, views. Oh, there we go. Live. That just shows some people. 11 people on with the live viewers. So, yeah, we're sorry. We'll figure out the audio. Actually, my voice is actually crackling. But it's kind of nice. I had a kind of a newer set, new old stock of the Palmer's pneumatics. It's got a free flow knob on here. Just feel like just sitting in there. Oh, I think you got to screw it in. It's got the quicker switch, the quicker RAM, and the Palmer's stabilizer. Stabilizer? I can't remember if it's called stabilizer or what. But let's see if Mark was able to get back in or not. I'm able to look at. Go look here. Record. No. No. Just looking at all the options I have here. Audio. Oh. No, I don't want to mute. All participants to join. So Mark should be able to come back in. I may need to send him another link. Let me just do that. Let's just send him another link so he has it. Mark. There he is. We're going to send. Just let him know. Okay. So that's there. I can put music in here. Let's replays. Auto switch, auto font that. Just see the benefit of integrated passes. I don't know, let's put this up here. Is there a benefit? No. Is there? Okay, so let's look at. Okay, this is a good example. So, if I want to take this frame off, and it's obviously not integrated passive, I'm going to have to unscrew the regulator, right? I'm going to have to do that anyway. Hold on. Never mind. This is, I'm trying to make a purpose why it is great, but when I started doing it, I realized that I still have to take the reg off. I don't know. Is there, hey, Larry, sup, Doc? So, what is the benefit? I don't know. I kind of want Mark to get back in here. I like getting, I'm just one opinion, everyone has their own opinion. So, I like it for the uniformity. I like the fact that you could probably delete this from frame screw and not have anything there. So, it's, pros and cons. It doesn't have, it's got a slot side here, so when you take it off, in theory you can just slide it back a little bit if both screws are out. Yeah, I don't know. There's just uniformity, I guess. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it looks cleaner. So, but it's hard to say on that. It's just a different look. It's nice. I like different things out there, and then there's things that I think there's a level of different that you got to be okay. uh, certain things. And I'm not going to beef on it over here. This is their LPR. It's different in the sense of size, and um, I don't know how much volume it has in it. They're going to say it's a really fast response. Okay. It's sometimes different is not better. Put it that way. I'm grabbing over stuff. I actually kind of like the RAM. I wish they had more threads on the RAM. So I'm trying to figure out other different things. I think if you're gonna go different, it's got to be a lot of good reasons behind it. Oh, there's Mark. Okay, I see Mark. Okay, let's bring Mark back in. Hey, Mark, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. So I'm going to bring you back into these couple chats here. And edit, reselect screen. It's going to be me and you. Done. Oops, that actually worked out good, Mark. Look at the, hold on. Done. Although you're really grainy. It could be because it's just logging in. Oh, there you go. Now you cleared it up. So I'm gonna now edit. Yeah, you cleared up just fine. So we'll go back over to this guy.
Put a little Neosport on
it. Right, exactly. So I kind of want to put a question up to the group that is watching, the 13 are watching. If we get this audio stuff all figured out, which I think we will, what do you want to see would you guys like to see a weekly show or a bi-weekly show of a different guest, or Mark and I discussing having a question and answer stuff where you bring your questions, and if they're too hard a question, we'll actually bring you in live and put you in a video feed too, to try to maybe get your solution on autocockers in particular. You think that would be a cool thing to do? Let us know. I think it would be. I think it'd be very cool. If I can get this shrunk down here. I'm going to crop Mark. Freeform on Mark here. Like that. Save. Get him shrunk down. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Save there. So Mark, we were talking about different stuff here. Here's this mosaic frame that I put up here. And here, oh, look at, so I can never get people's name. Dizolari. So he says we should do a bi-weekly show where you and I get on and we can question answer on autocockers, help tech. Boopinator says he loves the question answer thing. Maybe that's a good. Maybe we get the audio fixed out with this thing. And I don't know, maybe the audio's fixed now. I have no idea. Is the audio still choppy, folks? Anyone?
How about me? Am I still choppy? What's going on?
Well, you sound fine to me. And I'm sure I sound fine to you. It's just, okay, just call him Diz. Perfect. That's easy. So, Boopinator and Diz, how's the audio sound in YouTube now for you guys? Are we still that little kind of choppy sounding? Just let us know. But yeah, that's kind of the thing we should do. Maybe we should do the tech talk show, and we can bring maybe bring different manufacturers in. Be kind of cool. But still a little choppy on a duck only. Oh, so I'm the choppy one. So Mark, talk real quick and
I'm going to talk really fast. Or same thing is really quick. How about that?
Perfect. Perfect. Was more choppy on that one? I don't know. We got to guess what the guests say.
Gonna let us know, folks.
But they are just. They said I was the only one that's choppy, and I could be over modulating too, and that could be it. So let me do that. Let me go here and check. It could be. I go right there, 0 dB.
I just ordered a mouse. If I'm
What's
that?
that?
I gotta have a mouse for my. I just ordered a mouse. If we're gonna do this off my laptop, I have to have a mouse for the laptop.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Let's see what they have to say here. Broken but readable. Right? Thanks, Nicholas. Yeah, I'm more. What's that? Here, let me put you on big screen. Oh, it's all fixed.
Yeah, I put a new RAM on it.
So tell people about that gun there, or that marker there, Mark's marker.
This is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Everybody has a GOAT, and this is mine. This gun was given to me in 1990 by Bud Old, and I still shoot it every weekend, or at least every time that I go play. I don't play as much anymore. And it's a stock Bud body, serial number 8909, and it's still got the 9/16 valve. It's got a small front lock screw. It's got this is an original FGP rig, an original bomb 3-way, and it had a Palmer RAM on it until last weekend when it finally went bad. A Palmer RAM was 22 years old.
That's pretty impressive.
It's got the old-fashioned IVG and full-size pocket rod with a full-size back block, and I would like to say one of the sweetest trigger jobs I've ever felt on a gun. A little stiffer than some people like, but those who know, right? And then this is a War Games rig that Danny Love built adjustable end cap for, and there's
the first
only
one
in the whole world. And Danny used to run it on his gun until we got sponsored, and then he gave it to me, and I've had it on this gun ever since. And up until last weekend when I fixed this gun, put the new RAM on and stuff, the grip frame had not been off of this gun since 2007. So it just kept working and working. I did rebuild the regulator. I put Doc's piston in it. I put Doc's brake seat in it because that needed to be done. But the rest of the gun is all original as I built it in 2005, or 4 at Bad Boys Toys. And I've shot it since that time.
Nice.
So the newest thing, like I said, the RAM is the newest thing that's been put on it. That was put on last week. So I shot the same RAM for, I don't know, years and years and years, a couple decades.
Gotcha.
It's my workhorse. Just shoots and shoots and shoots.
That's nice.
And,
so, yeah.
It's a right view, of course, so I have a Scony feed neck on there, which is...
What bolt do you have in there, Mark? What bolt do you have in there?
AK bolt.
AK bolt. Okay, gotcha. So Owen Reese asked, were the early 3-way bolts 3 O-ring? And when you say early, is that the ones that were? Let me go back to the split screen. Is that the ones that? And I may have one back here that on the back where you pull the bolt out, where you physically grab on it. Was it knurled? That's the first question. Yeah. Well, yours is not a War Games bolt. Yours is the guy's asking. Owen Reese was asking, were early WGP bolts, do they have 3 O-rings? And I want to recall that I think maybe those ones did. Hold on a second. Let me go see if I can find one real quick. Step over here real quick. Grab my flashlight. My bowls. I may have right here. Okay, so that's. No, I don't have one here. I probably have one out in the shop. I do have. It had 3 O-rings, didn't it?
Yep.
And that's got the knurled back end on it, right?
Got
Knurled back.
end.
Yeah. There you go. I think they were.
Narrow back in. It's got the little bitty hole in it.
Yep.
This one's
Here's
not
a-
great shape. In somebody's bin. But
And this is a newer one. This one actually has the threaded
yeah.
things to focus. So this is actually a newer one, but it didn't really change too much on these. Let me see. Yeah, oh, and those adjustable caps. Let me kind of go down this list here. Yeah, ShockTech was the first on that, and then AKA came out with them as a retail item. I actually have 3 or 4 of them. We've actually, Mark and I have actually talked about possibly getting them made again. Just find out, what it's going to cost. I actually talked to Jared from AKA to see if he would make them, but he'd have to recat them because we don't have the CAD files for them. Let's see. Yep, I have to agree with you there. It's true testament. Dizzy says, true testament of how amazing autohuckers are over time, Mark, when he was talking about your gun being that old.
Well, and I like to say, I'm proven. Hang on just a minute here. Get out of that. Get out of that. Let me get out of that.
You got Gantz or his business partner in from Tactics Products. Tactics, I even have.
No, that's not good.
There's nothing in here because it's on my gun. Upside down. There you go. Thanks.
How about that?
What's that, Mark? Want to put you full screen?
No, I got to feed my dogs. They're going crazy.
Gotcha.
I just went out. Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see. Owen says, not sure. I've seen older bolts that had 3 O-rings. Wanted to see. I wonder why they went away from. I don't know. You got to realize that the older guns were CO2. They weren't compressed air. So maybe it was something to do with the CO2 being near the tip and wanting to freeze that O-ring. The guy asks, he goes, he wonders why they went away from the 3 O-ring design on the War Games. Older bolts to the newer ones. It could be just a cost thing. They did the net benefit wasn't worth it. Low pressure guns where we are today, there is a net benefit on blowback reduction. It could have been merely, it's hard to say, it could have been merely that they put it in guns and then as an upgrade, you could cut a 3rd O-ring in and that would reduce blowback, or you buy a 3rd O-ring bolt, maybe it was an upgrade path that they were, but they never, I guess War Games never really did any 3 O-ring bolts after that, did they? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't know, and
I don't think so.
I've never not used a 3 O-ring bolt, except for the short time I worked at ShockTech. I used ShockTech bolts a little while, but when I started building the Mark V's again, I was a 3 O-ring bolt. I just think that O-ring makes all the difference in the world for consistency and efficiency. So that's just me,
Yeah.
but that's how I build my guns.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see blasphemy? I mean, here's an AK bolt, but look at me. This is the tip, right? Watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, I cut the back of it off. So someone's probably like, I can't believe you did that. I was actually making a resurrection bolt out of this, or Timmy or something like that. I don't know. I needed the back half for something. I was doing a custom project, and this one got sacrificed. It's a lot of things to get sacrificed. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we would have went down that way. Let me see if I could refresh here.
You know, Jason and other people have proven that the third O-ring makes a difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, definitely in the ShockTech bolt when you get the third O-ring on it, and a ShockTech bolt is it's an 1/8 inch longer at the tip. So from the center line of the feed hole, so the center line of this feed hole to the end of the tip, it's an 1/8 inch longer, and they did that to help reduce the blowback just by extending the tip an 1/8 of an inch. Reduced the blowback significantly because it had that much more length for that air to try to get down and past, and it did help a lot. But by adding the O-rings, what Jason got between 20 and 30 feet per, or 15 to 30 feet per second increase, I think it was, depending.
That was significant.
Yeah, significant. And I do know that, I don't know if it's happened yet, but I think Jason's going to be the exclusive dealer on the O-ring bolts that I think ShockTech's going to make for him to be exclusive on. So, yeah. So he'll be so he doesn't have to cut them; they'll just be pre-machined. So when ShockTech gets the bolts made, they're going to make a handful of them that are pre-machined. And so when Jason, orders a couple hundred bolts at a time, which he normally does, then they would just do that. I do know that ShockTech doesn't have an interest in putting it in their guns because they shoot fine technically without it. But the 3 O-ring bolt, that ShockTech modded bolt, has had some drawbacks where there's a lot of learning that that front O-ring, after you fire, especially on lower pressure guns, it wants to balloon that front O-ring for the 70 drummer, wants to balloon it out, and when the gun cycles, it feels like it's either short stroking or skipping the lug. And Mark and I have encountered this, and so has Jason. The solution is we put a 90 drummer O-ring on the tip, and that doesn't balloon, and kind of fixes that issue. So. I don't know if that'll be an issue with the ones that are machined from the factory. I'm assuming it still will be. Yeah, Mark?
And I'll say this. If you're playing speedball, right, and you're at field, you're just playing on an airball field or hyperball or whatever, and you just play a match, you can play a point and walk over there and get more air, well, then the O-ring doesn't matter, right? But if you're going to go play a big game with 10 pods in your butt pack and the closest airfield station is 500 yards that way, then it really matters because you want to be able to shoot all of your paint. So, if you're getting 30 feet per second increase, that adds up over time, especially on like in 77 or an 8 cubic inch tank.
Yeah.
It turns into a lot of shots. It just does.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, Cyclone, you should be sorry. You should send us money too. Mark would like $50 and I'll take $25 because you were late.
What's that?
Just the guy was late. Here, did you see the post?
Oh.
Let's see. What Owen says, I've been looking at Jason's modded bolt. I've got a free flow. I want to use my Revion, but the blowback up the stack is messing it up. So, blowback could be too tight a timing also. So if you're Yeah. So that you may want to loosen up your timing a little bit. That may help. And or maybe you're too tight of a bore. Maybe when your bore choices, your paint's a little too tight for that. So, but yeah, it's hard to say on that. Yeah, it just Owen, what type of gun is it on? What is your free flow bolt in? And then like what valve does it have? What kind of operating pressure? Stuff like that. Okay, let's delete that one. Done. There we go. Let's see. Let's go back to top-down view. What else do we have? Let's talk about. Oh, I don't have that here. It's right here. Let's put this here. Let's swap this over. I've got some different rigs to talk about. Mark and I got some of these new Empire Flow rigs that are the dual. Hold on. It's a free flow thief. The free flow bolt. I'll try those recommendations. There's some other things on the free flow. Does it have the factory trigger components on it, like factory slide trigger? The trigger plate, which is like aluminum. The free flow thief. Basically, that's a standard autococker body. I think it maybe your timing in. The one of the things you can do to make that thief really nice. I gotta try to be nice. So this is what he says. Mark goes, oh, it says it's on free flow thief. The guy has a blowback issue with the free flow bolt, and he has any recommendations. Remember the free flow thief? That's those remill bodies that Buddy was doing, and he was selling for like $800 that has a full gun. It's basically paintball gateway, new old stock bodies that he kind of machined, and he calls them the thief. And I always thought of the name as like when he's ripping people off. That's kind of funny. They're actually a pretty decent gun. The problem with free flow, and Mark can probably attest to this too because I know he's worked on it, is that their trigger plates. I'll grab a trigger plate here. If I get this in to zoom in. The trigger plates, this is a shock to trigger plate. The ramp here is not at a higher angle, it's just physically taller. So the distance between the bottom here and the top of the ramp, it's literally 2 millimeters taller. And if you notice on your free flow, if your plate wiggles, like in the frame up and down, like you go like this, is sometimes you may be, you could be, how it's set up, changing the timing by pulling on the bottom or the top could be changed the timing of how the sear, when the sear disengages compared to when the three-way is open. And it's because their aluminum plates, in my opinion, were machined wrong. But they'll probably say that they were machined that way for a reason. You want to make that frame really sing is buy a ShockTech trigger plate for it, and just replace the free flow one in there. And then it will allow you to run your glide screws all the way up and use your glide screws because right now they're probably not touching anything. And it will make that frame feel amazing. Yeah, Mark?
And I'll say this too, if you can't find a ShockTech, the Nova plate works good too. They made an exact copy of the War Games plate, and it works good.
Yep, yep, it does. It does. And the free flow, if that thief came with a roller sear, those free flow roller sears are really nice roller sears. They're not made anymore. So, but yeah, so that way there. Let's see. Yeah, the valve is a War Games valve essentially. It's a clone, so it should be pretty standard on setting that up. Cyclone says, I'd like to send you my other Nexus and pay you even uh, more than 50, but no, you have too many people needing your mesh. I have a lot of people. I got it. Both Mark and I both take work, so Mark takes work in. Don't hesitate if you're close to Mark. Send your stuff to Mark also. He'll let you know if he can do it or not.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and you know the AKA plates should work fine in that. Only reason I said the Shock Tech is I know they work in there and they work fine. I'm sure the Nova one will work fine. I'm sure a factory War Games 2K plate or Post 98 plate will work fine. And that the new 8A plate should work fine. I don't have any of those yet, but yeah, it makes the trigger a lot better. My free flow I sold, so actually I gave it away. I gave it to Jason Antle, and it was my free flow clutch. I won it on Fight Club, and for like 2 slots, so I didn't have any money into it, and he needed it for a customer, and we just basically do some horse trade on it. So I gave it to him. Actually, I'll show you what I traded it for. Let me grab it real quick. I think I made out. Oh, if I can get this down. Oh, let's get this here. All right, come over here. Showing them what I traded at my free flow clutch that Jason had that customer's gun, and he had it all. He was working on it. He was doing something machining to it, and his machine went crazy on him, and it screwed it up. And he needed a clutch. I had my brand new one that I just never used, and so I just sent him that one, and they had to get it ran. I mean, that's when I felt bad for him. He got screwed. But we ended up trading. He traded me this 09 SFL. And it's a really kind of cool, like Joker ammo. Now the interesting thing about this, if I can find it, let me do this. Okay, take that off. So we can take this frame off. Oh, that's the wrong key. Zoom out here. Well, Mark, did you make yourself right with Big Man upstairs?
What do you mean?
You know, for tonight.
He gets it.
Okay.
There's a guy asking a question here. Gotcha, the trigger plate does have that vertical plate. I also just got 2 AK-98 plates, but the 98 plates aren't going to work in that frame.
Yes.
Right.
Well, no 98 plus plate will. 98 plus, 98 pre won't. So.
Oh, 98. Right.
Yeah, he has plus there. Yeah, I saw that too. So right, this is 98 pre's.
Right.
Or 99 plates. I don't know. I don't know if I can show this. I'm gonna try to zoom in here. Get the light in. You're gonna see this. You see some. Look at this right here. You're gonna see some writing right there. It says. I gotta get it in the right light. Number 4 of 10. 4 of 10 machined right up here.
Wow.
And this, they only did 4 of these guns for a team, and they were different in some way. And I don't know what way they're different. Oh, I know what they are. Ball detent, single. It's an 09, I think. I'm not great on all that stuff. And I can't remember what else. Danny told me, he goes, yeah, he remembers that. Are they numbered? To ask your buddy if he has the numbers on it. I have number 4 of 10, only 10 of these. I don't know what they were. They were made for a team, I think. And Danny remembers building this. This is the original ammo, too. Actually, hit him up about it. But it's kind of cool, just kind of a rare gun. I really am digging the ammo on it. I think it looks good. But that's that. Like I said, I can't remember exactly what Danny said on the history. I need to get that. I need to write that down. And I need to put some stickers on here. But kind of cool gun. This has been freak board, I wonder. No. The size of that. Ooh, it's a 680 back, Mark. That's nice. Yeah. 680. What's that?
You should just send that to me.
No. Yeah, 680. Like that's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a dieback?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it is. Well, I think people are. Let me see what we're doing on a crowd of folks here. Refresh here. I think we're losing people. Yeah, we're starting to lose people. So what time is it, Mark, there? 9?
8:47 here.
Yeah. Well, what do you think we cut this loose and we go back to, let me turn that off. Get back and I'll try to work out the audio and maybe we'll get some sort of a reasonable schedule to come in here and a reasonable time frame of saying, look, it will be online we'll do it for exactly an hour. No more.
I'm good with any of it, and I would prefer Tuesday or Thursday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could do that. Definitely. And I think those are better nights because Fridays and the weekends, either people are, it's summertime, either they're out with their friends and family. Middle of the week,
Well, there's other podcasts. I don't know when they're all on, but I don't think the Autococker crowd overlaps with like the Spick and Span show, let's say.
No, we're not. Yeah, no. I mean, quite frankly, Spick and Spam show is going to have a hard time competing, I think, with this.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's. I get it. Ryan's a nice guy, but what has he done in paintball? Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
one of these.
Bingo, right? We can't. Yeah. There we go. There you go. Doesn't have one of those. Yeah. Doesn't. Yeah. I mean, he probably has an autococker, but nothing like that.
He can't even shoot these things.
No. I mean, look at the guy is. I think he's played on a team. Was it a dentistry team? Is that the name of it? Dentistry?
Yeah.
San Diego Dentist. It's like the. Yeah. Yes. So he's played on some level D team or something like that. I don't know. But I mean, it's like he's got some followers. I get it. But
last weekend he played on some new team. It was the Utah 15 ball second squad or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, it's. Oh, okay, that's Matthew there. Okay, yeah. So, oops. Let's go here. STO. Someone asked if that's an STO. No, I will change my
This,
notifications. Yeah, no, that's a
this is a 98 Evolution.
hold on, let me put you on full size there. There we go.
It's a
98 Evolution
that I hand engraved.
that he basically made it more expensive. Hey, by the way, if you guys don't know this, but Mark is a master hand engraver, which is that really like we see like custom gun engraving stuff. You can't put a real firearm up there, Mark. So you can give us something that's not a real. Yeah, that's good.
This
Yeah.
is what I'm currently working on.
Yeah, get that kind of zoomed in. Yeah, there you go. It's holding. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so if you guys want this work, get a hold of Mark on Facebook under Mark Davis Hand Engraving and hit him up. Or you have a website, right, Mark?
Yeah. Well, just my Facebook page is more popular than anything.
Yeah.
Mark Davis Hand Engraving.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's
engraving page in the world, actually.
yeah. It's probably I think you're the. There was another guy that was doing engraving. I think it's in California. I think he's using a grinder, and it's not part of the grinder gang. That's a whole different crew. But it was, and don't get me wrong, his stuff was neat looking, but it was really coarse and it was a little chunky for me. But anyway, all right. Well, Mark, I think it's probably a good time. Make sure, Mark, when you leave, there's a leave button, there. You can wait till I shut it down here. But everyone, thanks for showing up, and we'll try to get some audio figured out here. And so give us some time. We'll try to get this figured out. Maybe we'll start doing a little more. It'll probably only be on YouTube. I think that may be the only way until I get Facebook figured out on how getting it to work. So, but anyway, Mark, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you. I like to talk to you every day. So, all right, everyone take care. Have a good one.